Did you grow up too fast?
Did you ever feel like the adult in the room as a child?
Were you the one holding everything together so nobody else had to?
Did love in your family come with conditions and assignments?
Yeah, this one is for you.
Wait, are we just going to jump right in?
We are absolutely jumping right in. Hi, I am Cathelina. I am not a therapist, not a licensed mental health professional.
And I am Fern. I am here because sometimes it is easier to hear hard things when someone is sitting next to you while you hear them.
There is also a separate post with the full slide breakdown and citations. We cite our sources around here.
So what are we actually talking about?
It is called Parentification.
Which is not about your parent acting like a child.
Although, sometimes also that. Parentification is when a child is forced to assume roles and responsibilities that belong to an adult. Not once, not in a crisis, as a pattern, an expectation, a way of life.
Research across 95 studies and 6 continents confirms this is a global phenomenon. Millions of people living with its aftermath without knowing it has a name.
It does not look like abuse from the outside. It looks like a responsible kid, a mature kid. The one adults always said was so wise for their age.
But underneath that maturity is a child whose needs became secondary before they were old enough to have a say.
The child stopped being a child.
Okay, so how does it actually show up?
2 primary types. Instrumental parentification, the physical stuff. Cooking, cleaning, paying bills, raising siblings, handling adult conversations because the parent could not or would not.
And emotional parentification, when the child becomes the parent's therapist, their confidant, their reason to keep going.
Both carry documented consequences: anxiety, depression, boundary issues, identity struggles that follow that child straight into adulthood.
And both can happen at the same time.
There is also a third type that almost never gets named:
What is it?
social parentification. When a child is used to manage a parent's public image, to perform emotions on their behalf, to post, speak, and show up in ways that serve the parent's narrative instead of their own truth.
The child becomes a prop in someone else's story.
Their inner world is not just ignored, it is weaponized.
Does this always come from a bad parent?
No, sometimes it comes from a grieving one, a struggling one, a sick one, a lonely one. And that matters.
But
good intentions do not cancel out impact. The parent's pain was real, and so was the cost to the child. Both are true at the same time.
So if you are listening to this right now and something is landing,
you are not alone. You are not dramatic. You are not too sensitive. You were handed a role before you were old enough to refuse it.
In my opinion, the first step toward healing is naming what happened to you.
What was handed to you has a name.
This is parentification, the debt you never agreed to.
Dropping every Sunday. Check the separate post for the full slide deck and citations. And please find a licensed therapist who specializes in family systems and childhood trauma. Therapy is the foundation, in my opinion.
Everything else builds on top of it.
We will see you Sunday.
Both of us.